Alrighty. Well, machine, go ahead and take your dog out real quick. I'm still getting it together. Make sure y'all got your drink and snacks, by the way. And while Machine's taking his dog out for a walk, I just want to say good morning to everybody. Welcome to JJ's PC Builds. Just let you know. Okay. Let's go ahead and just get that going in there. And check and make sure everything's kosher. Been so busy today. Oh my God. It's like everybody's just knocking at my door. I got a quiz for y'all. What's red and green and underperforms every time? That's a question mark. I'm going to see if y'all get the question answered. So what's red and green and underperforms every time? Oh my goodness. Underperforms, yes. I'm waiting for y'all to come up with the answer because, not unless you give up and just let me know if you want to give up. So we can get this party started for today. No. I said what's red and green and not out, underperforms every time. AMD in the red and NVIDIA in the green. That's supposed to be a joke. Y'all said I didn't have any humor, so I had to throw some humor in there. So I tried to give a little humor. But anyway, everybody, welcome back once again to JJ's PC Builds. You know it is JJ with you once again. Today we're going to get the party started with a little bit, and we're going to go through this piece by piece. Yeah, the 4092. I heard that one game crippled it. Before I start answering any questions and everything else, we're going to go through piece by piece, and I'm going to see what you all think on this. So y'all just sit tight and just let me get through this first bit, and then we'll go on to the second, and then we'll finish it off. Okay, so now that I got everybody's attention, let me see. No, we don't want that. This is what we want. Now, the 4090 gets disqualified for being bottlenecked by so many CPUs. No, you mean AAA games. It gets bottlenecked by so many AAA games. Yeah, you're right. And CPUs. We're still waiting out for the 9000 series. And I'm not going to go there. We're going to save that for... no, we're going to just be patient. My God. Okay, now I'm going to take you all to the action screen, and we're going to discuss this. Okay, now we're on the action screen. I hope you all can see it. If not, then we'll try to make it bigger. There we go. Okay. Now we made it bigger. Windows 11 24H2 features, release date, and requirements. I'm going to tell you where I got the information from. It was from B-Bomb. Right here, B-Bomb. So let's go through it, and I'll answer you guys' question in a moment. Just be patient with me. Windows 11 version 2 24H2 is expected to release in October or September or October of 2024. Just to let you know, it will have AI Aladdin features packed into the brim. Okay. Some of the new 24H2 features are AI Super Resolution, AI Co-Writer in apps, AI Voice Clarity, and much more. Microsoft has added a CPU cutoff for the 24H2 version, but CPUs launched after 2010 are safe from the new system requirements. Now, if you guys heard 2010 and above, you're safe from that. Unless you got, unless you got a CPU that will, meet the specifications before 2010. So just be patient. Just be patient. Microsoft recently confirmed that Windows 12 won't be coming in 2024. So don't expect it this year. Might expect it next year, hopefully. If not, then we're going to have a couple years of Windows. So Windows 11. So, but anyway, let's get back to it. Revealed that Windows 11 24H2 will be this year major feature update instead. Thus, Windows 11 24H2 update has become the next year's big thing Windows users are waiting for. This year's major update is likely to boast several new AI features and experiences. So, they say in this guide here, we have compiled all the new the new Windows 11 24H2 features, release date, and system requirements. Okay, now let's get to the questioning. Since y'all are impatient, that's cool though. I don't mind it. Okay, yep. Bottleneck, City of One. Okay, AMS Gold. Just talked about the first quadruple A game. MTBK, you're bad. $70 and bad game mechanics. He says, maybe you like it if it's a pirate game. Yeah, like that one they just come out with. Yeah. And Machine says, yep. And the 5A and the 5 AAA games will cost $80. That's sad. Yeah. He says that's why people pirate the games. True. Machine, no new Windows this year. But September and October, they will be having Windows 11 24H2. You know what? And I want you guys to understand this. Okay, when they bring out, I would rather have these little updates and upgrades with the same platform than to go up to the next one. I know you're going to say I'm crazy about that, but I would rather have them season Windows 11 up and make it better and then fix and correct any little things that got wrong with the Windows 11 other than start working on Windows 12, which they have 3 years or they have 5 years to work on it. I don't know what the big deal is. I don't know why they don't go every 5 years. And then the last 2 years, they can start working on the upgrade to the next platform. It only makes sense. If they do it every 5 years and then they range it for the first 3 years that they work on that operating system, and then the next 2 years they take and turn around and they work on the new operating system, gives them 1 year more, and then they can launch it. So it would be a lot easier. And I'm going to tell you that it would be a lot easier. Yeah, I can't wait to pay the monthly for Windows. Well, yeah, I know everybody's talking about that there, machine, for sure. Yep, me too. I'm on Windows 10. Okay, I'm not crying about it. I got my product key. I got everything I need to go up to Windows 11. I just don't see it being viable for me right now and what I'm trying to do. Okay, I know it's the new next best thing, and I know y'all want me to go up to that new next best thing, but I'm kind of waiting just a little bit because I want to see what's really cooking when they bring out the new generation for Intel and NVIDIA and AMD. I want to see the new generations. I don't want to see this generation here. Be honest with you guys. This generation here is like a 50% being crap. Okay? You guys can blow me up in the discussion right there, me calling it crap, which I am. I mean, the only thing I found that I liked, that I liked in my personal point of view, was the RTX 4070. That's it. I mean, as far as everything else, I mean, my PC runs great. No crashes, nothing else, and no bottlenecking. And that's the positive thing. The milliseconds that runs on my PC is right there below 1 millisecond. And when I monitor my gameplay and everything else, it stays right there. And that's what the key trick is. And that's why my PC runs so well. But anyway, not enough about the PC. Skipping operating systems seems to be normal as skipping processors and graphics card generations. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does. But it seems like it's the new norm right now because everybody's trying to get to a goal. But you have to understand, what kind of freaking goal are you trying to get to? I mean, let's move down here and see what we can see. Let's go to the Windows 11 24H2 system requirements. Okay, now we're going to get into the juicy stuff. The system requirements, I'll highlight it. The system requirements for Windows 11 24H2 is largely unchanged. However, X users has discovered much older PCs might not be able to get the 24H2 version. This is because Microsoft has added new system requirements to Windows 11 24H2. You'll need a CPU that supports POP CNT. If you don't have it supporting POP CNT, and that's population count, then, you're going to have problems. Okay, so in the newer 24H2 version, system files including the kernel and drivers will rely on the POP CNT CPU instruction. Thankfully, CPUs released after 2010 already come with the POP CNT CPU instructions, so most users should be safe from the new CPU cutoff. Simply put, if you have a much older PC with the CPU like the Intel Duo Core for the Windows 11 version 24H2, it won't boot. That's what they're telling you. It won't boot. If Jay made his setup the way he wants to, then it is paradise. No need to change it. Yeah, you know what, MTBK, you're right. There is no need for me to change it. You know, all I can do is add to it and make it better. That's the whole idea. And being an enthusiast is to make it, upgrade it, and make it better. You know, people get this enthusiast thing wrong sometimes. It's not so much using the same system and going up to the next level. If you really want to make it better and you want to go to the next level, then yeah. Well, you look at it like this. If I want to take and turn around and spend $330 to $340 for another processor, okay, doing the math, I might as well go ahead and just update the motherboard to the next level, go from AM4 to AM5, you know, and put new RAM in, you know, and a great processor. I mean, I might as well move it up to the next level if I'm going to spend half to 3/4 that money anyway. So I might as well just take it up to the next level. Or I could decide to go Intel and go, I was thinking about the 13600K for Intel. You know, it seems like you got a pretty good package, but you know, it all depends. So why can't they make Windows work for all systems? Well, that's because different processors got different architectures built onto them. Machine. It's like if I went down to, for an example, I went down to, let's say, a 200 series processor, an Intel 200 series processor. Would you run Windows 11 off of that processor? That's, you know, because that processor is like, you know, your 286 processor. You know, that's back to when you run Windows 95. When they went from Windows 95 to Windows 98, and then they went from Windows 98 to Windows, what was it? And correct me on this. Is it Windows Me or was it Windows XP? I think it was XP first. No, was it Me or XP? I keep getting them backwards. But when they went from Windows 98 to Windows Me or XP, one or the other, what happened is they turned around and they went from the 8086 to the x86. So, you know, they went and changed the whole architecture on the processors. So that's back years ago. And it's like every once in a while, Microsoft will turn around and they will change. You know, and these companies work together. They work hand in hand. They'll end up changing an architecture on the processor in order to make it go up to that next level. This is how they make money. Okay. I hate to tell you this. When they go from architecture to architecture, one to the next, Windows follows right along and they just type things in and, you know, they set it into motion. For you to use on a PC like mine today, using Windows 95, it will not work. Architecture's all wrong. It will not work. And that's the craziest thing. That's the craziest thing. So, oh, I did too. I was adventuring too. I'm gonna bring this up to y'all. I was seeing something about this. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Go to YouTube. Oh my God. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna break this away. I'm not gonna take y'all away from the moment. What I'm gonna do is what was it? Oh yeah, that's what it was.
As I'm in the midst of applying for residence.
Okay, well, I can't play the tune that's back there in their head, so give me a moment. We'll get there. We'll get there. We will get there. Oh, these commercials are just, ugh. Okay, this is what I found last night. I want y'all to take a look at that really quick. I was searching through YouTube. Okay, I was looking at this Windows X Lite Ultimate 11 Cobalt. Okay, if you guys want to, you can, go to their website or whatever, if you want to take a look it up. There's the information right there. If you want to take and look it up and go to that website, that's up to you. I'm going to do you guys a favor and not do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that link in there because I want you guys to look at that. That seemed really interesting, the fact of that they can make Windows 11 look better than Microsoft can. And that's this is what's killing me. But take a look, let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. So, okay. But going back to it, we all know that pop count, you're going to have it. Besides that, the older Windows 11 requirement of having TPM 2.0, more than 4 gigabytes of RAM, system RAM, secure boot, Intel AMD CPUs released after 2018. And why did they say 2010? Whatever. Still apply for the 24H2 version. However, you can easily bypass Windows. I'm not going to tell you about the bypass. That's something that, YouTube will flag me on, so I can't really tell you about it. Just to say, I can't really tell you about it. Okay, let's go into the comments. Let's see. Me first, I think. Okay. Windows XP got released in 2001, year after the millennium. Yeah, MTBK, I wasn't too sure, man. You got to remember, I got so many years in my head. It's just like, it's unbelievable. So, you got to give me a little bit of that. So, performance redefined within the video. Title sounds nice. MTBK and Machine and whoever else is right here on the channel. Take a look. I posted you guys a link to the video. If you want to take a look at it, that's up to you. So, I thought, in my opinion, when I went through the video, it looked cool. I'm not going to tell you about the bypass. No dirty cheating allowed on YouTube. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. See, that's the thing. YouTube will ban your account quicker than life if you go to do that. I know somebody that went onto that ban list and they got off the ban list after they fixed the video. But that took like 30 days. And I'm not going to be going through all that. I'm sorry. It's just I'm not going through that. Okay, Windows 24 H2 new features, AI super resolution. One of the most noteworthy features discovered in Windows Insider Preview 26052 build of Windows 11 24H2 is automatic super resolution. It's an AI-powered feature that uses the onboard NPU to upscale resolution in supported games. You can find this new setting under the display, and well, that's if it's there. Let's hope it's there. So they give you a map of it to where you can look at it. So that's not too bad. They give you a map. And if you want to know if you want to follow along with me, on this, and you want to know where I'm at, I'm right here on this. I will, in the chat, I'm going to post you guys. Come on. You gotta love how this thing's just gotta copy and all right. I had to get it straight, guys. I didn't want to give you the wrong one. There's the link to the article that I'm reading right now. So if you want to follow along, you're more than happy to. So there you go. It works similar to AMD FSR and NVIDIA DLSS technology, but uses the NPU, Neural Processing Unit. Okay, if you didn't know what NPU means, Neural Processing Unit. Instead of it saying GPUs, it should say NPUs. Not you guys know what I mean. So NPU instead of the GPU. It's left to be seen how much of a difference it brings to gameplay. But it is exciting that Microsoft is working to bring AI enhancements to Windows 11 in various forms. So, it's not going to be for Windows 10, so get it right. It's going to be for Windows 11. No. This is an enhancement. Microsoft is doing an enhancement to all this. So basically you're getting all that, and then on your game you might get some relief and I think they're trying to lower the latency. This is the reason why they're doing it on Windows. So that way you can lower the latency and not use as much as game display settings if they're going to set it on Windows. That's kind of truthfully, that's kind of a little bit better, because now they're putting it onto the main program of the operating system, that they're giving you this extra little perks. Other than when you log into your games like Steam or whatever, these are little things that you can, not worry about, because when you log into the games, the display settings are automatically set for you unless you go in there and play around with the settings. So if you got that enabled, then something tells me you're not really going to need it, because it's already enabled on the main OS. So it seems like to me, I would rather have my gameplay settings on the OS other than having it in the game store on the games itself. I'd rather have them have it right on the operating system to where you got control of your GPU. But when you play those games, you're actually, the GPU control is in the hands of the game developers. So I've been going back and forth with this for years. And I would rather have the settings on my operating system other than the game builders having it on theirs. I'd rather have the control over theirs. So you have to understand that. Good idea, basically, especially for people that need more processing power for their operating system while the game itself is lighter load. Exactly. It would be lighter load and the latency would drop, and that means people that are using older GPUs, it would be less load. Hopefully it would be less amount of VRAM. It would lighten the load on the VRAM because now it's putting more of that onto the system RAM. The system RAM's taking up more part of what your VRAM would have been doing. Makes sense? Hopefully it does. Because that's what I'm looking at this here. If that's the way they're trying to work it to where the system RAM's taking more of the brunt, then, I think it'd work great. Truthfully, I really do. So, AI depth wallpapers. Now, this is going to be interesting. Since September last year, we have been hearing rumors of Microsoft working on AI wallpapers that recreate the illusion of depth on the desktop. That's going to be cool. Microsoft is internally testing a parallax effect on wallpapers that track your cursor movements and interact to shift the background image so ever slightly. Oh, we couldn't find this feature in the recent Windows 11 26052 Insider build, but we will update this article once it's live in dev or canary builds. However, it might launch with the stable 24H2 version later this year. Interesting. Now we're coming up to, think about it, guys. AI in-depth wallpaper. In-depth wallpaper. Look at Asus, and they do with their live wallpaper. They take and they make their own live wallpaper for their motherboards. Asus does. I think it's pretty cool, truthfully. I have that option because I have an Asus motherboard. So more system RAM means more latency, right? And this is machine. No, I don't. If you're running a decent amount of RAM, it's not really gonna take and eat it all up. If that's what you're thinking, it's more or less doing a balance of the system. They must be working with AMD since they can't seem to catch up. Yeah, I think so. They might be, machine. I mean, this old game they run on toaster or potato. So Windows is the heavy stuff. Yeah, MTBK, true. So I already answered that one. MTBK says, plus visual novels and greatly optimized games, they are new. Yeah, true. System RAM installed or system RAM required by the operating system. That's a good question. But do remember they're going to be coming out with either DDR6 or DDR7. I was hearing something about them adding something into the DDR7. I don't know how true it is or anything else, because what they were thinking about adding was like a little passage for backup VRAM. I was, I'm getting word of that, to where they're going to put like on those for the system RAM, they were going to add little packets of extra VRAM. So when your GPU ran out and it goes to pull for the system RAM, there'll be extra VRAM there so it doesn't interfere with the system RAM. I don't know how they're going to pull that off, but I heard something about it. I thought it was pretty cool when they said that. So that would be interesting to find out when that's going to come out. New notepad, yeah. I heard about the new notepad too. Oh, yeah. I'm not excited for it. I'm so used to the old way. Now we're going to come out with the new way. Oh, my God. AI death wallpapers. Well, I don't have a curvature in your monitor. You don't need, I've got one that's just got a little bit of curvature. I mean, come on, man. Okay, let's move on. Yep. AI cow rider. Is that how you say it? Cow rider? Or no, not cow rider. AI co-writer in Notepad. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that in there. Okay, let's see. What does it look like? This is Notepad. Okay, well, for somebody to put that in there, this is Notepad. And it's kind of common sense. It just says it right there in the header. Why would you put it? This is Notepad there, and this is Notepad there. I mean, who cares? So it's got the undo, the cut, the copy. That's nothing new. It's got the delete. It's got the select all. It's got the paste. Explain with Copilot. That's going to be new. Insert Unicode. No, I think that was pretty much. I think that all the rest of it. Only thing they added with it is explain with Copilot. That's the only thing they added to it. Okay, so it's not that interesting. So, okay, let's go. Well, you guys can read it. I gave you the link for it. You can read it on that. Advanced Copilot. Microsoft is working on a Copilot with a hat that goes over their head, and they've got oxygen mask in front, and they're holding the sticks like this and just... Oh, I'm sorry. I was kind of getting excited real quick. Okay, Microsoft is working to release an advanced version of Windows Copilot with the Windows 11 24H2 update. We have often rebuked the fact that Copilot doesn't have deep system integration, but that's going to change slightly for the better. Okay, so I don't know. It's kind of yeah. Whenever you copy text or images anywhere in the OS, not just the browser, Copilot now alerts you to take further action in the bottom right corner of the taskbar. Moreover, you can now right-click on Copilot button to summarize or explain what was missing before. Okay, so we just went from stupid to worse. Okay, so there's nothing really new about Copilot. You know, I ask it one question and it comes up with a totally different answer. You know, that's crazy. So, okay. Now you understand what the deal is about Windows 11. Oh. Okay. My bad. Let me read these. With neural processing unit, we don't need to be chipped. We got our chips already with us. No, I think half of our chips are already lost in our mind, man. We just need a new clip. New clip? Chip clip or what? What kind of machine? What kind of clip? A chip clip? A roach clip? Let's not go there. Okay. So this is the deal. Windows 11 doesn't sound like it's a bad thing. Sounds like that Microsoft has reached out to everybody and said any CPU processors before, let's say, just to be on the safe side, they say 2010, you know, they're saying 2019, they're saying 2018, they don't know. I'm going to tell you, from 2015 forward, or if you really want to be safe, that's if you want to stay with your older system, that's going to be like, you know, dragging, because, you know, with DDR and DDR2 and, you know, running Windows 11 on 8 gigabytes of DDR2, you're best off to go to DDR4 system. Get off of the DDR2, get off the DDR3, come up to DDR4. It's cheaper to do it that way than the fight with Windows 11 and all the crashing that's going to be happening on it using 2010 software up to 2019, or 2010 CPUs up to 2019. Even if you come up to 2020 and go forward, you'll be fine. I think 2020 was, you guys can quote me on it, it's let's see, B450, I'm thinking. B450 motherboard. Because I can tell you this, the B450 motherboard, you know, I have one from Asus, the B450, and it's got the instruction set on it too. So I would say from, you know, if it's on the AMD side of B450, if it's on the Intel side, to be on the safe, I would say 10th gen and forward to get some kind of decent gameplay and everything else off of your CPU. I would go Zen 3 5000 series and forward, and I would go Intel 10th gen and higher. That's where I would start. The bottom line would be right there. So that's just my opinion. That's the bottom line where I would start. Buying these older processors, you're just spending more money on something that you could have paid for. I mean, you could have paid $100 for a processor. You could have paid $79 for a motherboard. You could have paid $38 for the RAM. You could have paid $42 for the SSD drive, and then, you know, plugged it into your old system with the 650 watt power supply and a 3060, or 3060, 12 gigabyte of VRAM 3060, and still had decent gameplay. So just keep that in mind. Clippy, the little paper Clippy guy. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Oh, yeah. The little clip master they used to have on Windows, what was it? They started that, what, Windows Vista? No, can't be Windows Vista. They made the Clippy guy in Vista? Come on, guys. You gotta help me on this. Wow, it's been so long ago. Windows 97? Wow. Oh, Machine got it. I think it's Windows 7. Yeah, I agree with you. Not 97. You meant Windows 7. I know what you meant. Within Microsoft Windows, that was nice. A little prudish, but who cares? Okay. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to this leak of the 8800 that the new series GPUs that are coming out from AMD. Oh, Windows 98. I thought it was Windows 7. Was it? Yeah. Oh my God. See, it's been so long. It has been so long. All right, let's go back to the action screen before I fall through the floor. And let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger for y'all, your eyeballs. Okay. All right, AMD Radeon RX 8000 release date, rumors, spec leaks, and price predictions from PC Guide. Okay, I'm not going to read this, but we're just going to highlight it a little bit. It's going to be about the RDNA 4. You know that. It's the 8000 series. You know that. Let's see. 8000 series. Looks like it's going to be coming out in Q3 of 2024. If you're looking for that highlight on that. 7,000. Wait a minute. The 7,000 series was announced in 2022? Damn, I lost that much time? Oh my God. I guess I did. Okay, let's just go to the spec leaks, guys, for this 8000 series. They're saying the new target is the GFX 1200 and the GFX 1201. AMD's GPU. This is the first appearance of the GFX 12 reference, logically pointed to the new RDNA 4 GPUs, considering GFX 11 referring to RDNA 3 critical components that have been upgraded to the latest patch, ATHUM version 4.1, LSDMA version 7.0, and IH2 version 7.0, and HDP2 version 7.0. These IP blocks are essential for the operation of graphics processor, in this case, presumably RDNA 4. However, difficulties with complex multi-chip designs, such as RDNA 4, have been reportedly some. Okay, so let's go right through it. Regarding to the two GPU method, that's something they started a long time ago. They tried putting two GPUs on one PCB. That was crazy. Mentioned in the GFX 1200 ID was previously associated with the Navi 41 SKU. However, rumors suggest AMD has canceled its high-end Navi 4X offering, which were to utilize Navi 4C die for a chipset-like design. Now the focus appears to be high-end mainstream segments. You guys hearing this? Now they're going back to the high end. Am I imagining, somebody saying this? Didn't they say they were going to stay mid-level and low end? Did I not hear that wrong? Or was this just a last year thing to where they say, oh, we're going to be this, and this year they're going to say, I'm going to be that. Well, what is it? I'm not understanding what it is. Okay. With the shift in the strategy indicating that AMD no longer plans to use top Navi X1 dies for its flagship offerings, leakers from 2021 hinted that RDNA 4 would utilize the combination of TSMC, 3M, and 5M processes. Given RDNA 3 implementation of 5 nanometer process and the unveiling of 3 nanometer node. Oh, that's going to be interesting. It's anticipated AMD would not release the new GPU SKU without incorporating this advanced 3 nanometer process technology in the next generation. Okay. So, what it's coming down to, it looks like this, that it's going to be a 2-processor GPU, 2-type processor GPU. That's what they're saying, but this is just a leak. You never know. This could change. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I'm like, it's got my head spinning right now, and it's got me curious to find out where they're really going to go with this. GDR6 VRAM while NVIDIA is GDR7. The RTX 4070 runs GDR6X. So that's more or less like kind of a tinge to GDR7 if you kind of look at it like that. I mean, it's like in between. So you get a little bit of a taste from GDR7, just to say, not saying it is, but just a little tinge, and then you get, full GDR6, but it's the 6X. It gives it a little perk boost, so you're good with that. Yeah, NVIDIA made a reservation order for GDR7, so they fund the faster next generation GDR7 memory chips. Yes, they did. They did that quite a few months ago. MTBK, they did that quite a few months ago. Last year sometime, if I remember right. Canceling Navi 41, good idea. That's all matters. It is making money. Yeah, it is. It's what you do and what you don't. You either want to do it or you don't want to do it. So, MTK says, well, when it comes to verify or falsify leaks and rumors, it is not so much about proving them wrong, but rather than react to the yield rate fabs like TSMC and Intel and can get out of the wafers. Yeah. Look, I'm not proving anybody right or anybody wrong. I'm just reading the leak and giving you all the information. And so far, a lot of the leaks that have happened in the past, understand that, in the past, have came true. Other than one or two that might have shifted a little bit, like between AMD and NVIDIA, one shifted on AMD and one shifted on NVIDIA. So they're almost 90 to 95% accurate. So that's where the category where I put the leaks at right now is about 95% accurate. I wouldn't give it 100% until, I see the leaks go from leak to actual. So leaks are based on an opinion from another opinion from another opinion from the company that's putting out an opinion of what they think and the direction it might be going. So it's somebody that's leaking from their company these little tinges. They do it deliberately. This is all a part of their marketing plan. So in forums, people just love bashing each other. I know, MTVK. It's like, give them a bat, put them in a rubber room, and just let them go at it. And come back in 2 days and see if they're done. That's basically it. So love bashing each other. Someone is wrong or about something. Look, when it comes to technology, nobody's wrong. Okay? When it comes to technology, and I know you're going to be like shocked for me to tell you this, nobody's right. Nobody's wrong or nobody's right. It's just technology. It's built by an idea put onto a PCB. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's an idea. It's an idea that was made concrete. So they went from an idea on paper to physical, something that you can buy and put in for your PC computer. So leaks are just ideas. They're inspirations that are out there that gives everybody inspirations. I don't know. I'm not inspired, but, So my ex said the damnedest thing about me. Oh, your ex said the same thing about you? Yeah, I hear that. Best way to test if your character is good is to lock two of you guys up and see. That's a Mr. Beast thing. Really? That is a Mr. Beast thing. Oh my God. MTVK, why do you come up with the Mr. Beast thing? No, nobody's ever wrong and nobody's ever right. When you build your PC, you're not wrong and there's no right and wrong. You put it together and you design it the way you want to design it. Okay, that's a PC. You are the creator of that PC, but you're not a creator of the product that was sold to you. That was somebody else's idea. That was a leak that went from a leak to an idea, and it went to manufacturing. So nobody's ever wrong and nobody's ever right, man. When it comes to PCs, now these days, that's just the way it rolls. I need to talk to your ex? Come on, man. If I did that, I don't think she would like me. Do you? Think about it. You really think she would like me if I told her how it was? The first thing she would be doing is like, come here, Jay. Let me do this to you. Yeah, okay. I ain't going there, bro. I'm not going there. So just to let you know that I ain't going there. Okay, so moving on along. And this is back to the action screen again. All right, let's talk about it. It seems AMD has almost fixed Anti-Lag Plus. So it looks like they're going to be bringing it back sooner or later, and do expect it to be coming real soon. From what I'm hearing, that's what I'm hearing. So I'm not going to read through it. No sense of reading through it because we got plenty of things to go through. Oh, this is another thing I started. On my on the mobile channel, because I use it my mobile cell phone for the channel. I decided to do a test. So let me go ahead and play it and see what y'all think.
GPU technicians on YouTube, how hard is it to take an RTX 4070 and add 12 more gigabytes of VRAM to it? Leave me a comment down below, would appreciate it.
Okay, so we got that. And I did that on my mobile phone last night, and this is what I got. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's go. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Well, let me take my head and move me over here out of the way. Okay. Now I move me out of the way. Y'all heard the comment. If you have to, play back the audio again. I got a comment like this. It would be extremely difficult. You'd be better off to running a GPU with more VRAM and running, dual GPUs. Okay, well, first of all, they don't do the dual GPU anything anymore. Just to let you know, they don't do that anymore. It's all more power for single GPUs. Okay, let's do this one. First off, you have to get a custom BIOS plus drivers for that GPU. Then you would have to need to find required VRAM, MOSFET, which, and going on. Y'all know it. Okay. So we got another one that says you got to have the VRAM with the same speed. I think you got to have soldering skills and tools. Tools I agree with. Soldering skills, I got 35 years, so I doubt I really need that many soldering skills. But moving on down the road. But as far as, and now, soldering skills with regular, electronics, that I can do. But I do agree with the fact of that soldering skills for that those micro traces. Yeah, you're going to need special equipment and training just to do that. Or you can go watch that one guy that does GPU repairs, and I'm sure MTBK will mention him in the chat. So, Machine, the question I have is, how do you add 16 more gigs to my 7600 XT? If you have a 7600 XT, you already got 16 gigs. Why would you add another 16? Plus, it's not going to be possible anyway, because you're going to need a 512-bit bus, if I remember right. Let's see. So you do 256 X2. I know y'all love the calculator, so 512. Yeah. So you would need 512 bit bus to make that work. And trust me, AMD could never come up with that kind of equation to do a 36 gigabyte VRAM 7600 XT. Oh my God. I don't think they can do that. Just replace the shorts with a watch so it becomes desk mode. This way I can comment with the emoticons. Oh, I don't have one. Just saying. Well, the 7600 XT already comes with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. You wouldn't need to modify that. 7800 XT, 16 gigabytes of VRAM. You don't need to modify that. Okay. Now, the RTX 4070, 12 gigabyte. I really don't need to modify that. I've just asked the question, can it be done? Can they do it? And so far, they're making it look like they need me to do it. Okay, so, I wanted to touch up on that a little bit. And Machine, I got you right here too. I'm wondering the same thing. I got you right there. So, all right, let's go back to the main screen, guys. Okay, the whole idea of that exercise was to see if there was any graphics card technicians that are on YouTube out there that knew how to do it, and were they willing to do it for real? Most of the things that I was getting is that, you got to have this, you need to do this, you need to do this. Yeah, you can tell me how to do it, but the question is can you do it? Not me. You do it. That's the question. And I see a lot of other videos and people putting it out there. Oh, I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. Oh, look at this. I did it. Yeah, okay. But to do it live, I would love to see that. So, but anyway. Future proofing. Oh, can't spell. Okay. Future proofing. Yes. Gotcha. So, I think you would need 8 4 gigabyte modules, 512-bit bus, 32 gigabytes of VRAM total, which means no clamshell configuration and 2 gigabyte modules for every 32. Yep, true. So, in actuality, those 32 gigabyte 32 bits per they would have to run 64-bit single channels, 64-bit, not 32. I think they would do a lot better and get better performance if they went to the 64-bit channels, single channels, instead of doing 32-bit dual channels. And that's what they've been doing for all these years. It's been well over 35 years. They're still doing the same dual 32-bit configuration. They didn't change anything. Now, if they went to a single 64-bit, that's a whole different ballgame. But they don't. They're still using the same architecture they used ever since they first started the adventure over 38, almost 40 years ago? Come on, man. I mean, that's like telling Microsoft, go back to your first day and see what your first operating system was before you started making Windows operating system, or even come up to Windows 3.1. Which, Microsoft had their hands in Unix, so that's where their first start was in the beginning. So we all know this. My 8 gigabyte GPU nails it. No need anything else. Well, see, that's where everybody's happy at. And you know, the thing is this, guys. You can get away with 8 gigabytes of VRAM if you put your settings correctly on, you know, for your games. You can run with a decent amount of FPS to run your games. It's not about running your games balls to the wall. It's about running your games as smooth as possible with no stuttering, no artifacting. Those are your 2 key points: stuttering and artifacting. So this power trip everybody goes on to where they say, oh, I want the most power, I want all the FPS I can get, and try to play your game. Number one, you try to get all the FPS. Now, this is where the imbalance comes in. And listen to me. Listen. Imbalance comes in is where you push your system for all the FPS you can get. And guess what you didn't do? Leave any room for your textures. You know, you didn't leave no room for your textures. You just went off the rail, went to the least minimal amount of textures that you can use on your GPU to make your GPU run faster. Instead of taking and toning it down a little bit, leaving a little bit of quality for the textures that comes onto your monitor. So it's a balance. And I've always said this. It's like with your CPU and your GPU. It's a balance. Balance your CPU with your GPU, you got less latency. Balance your CPU, GPU, and your memory, system memory, you got a balance. Now, the same thing with your solid state drive. You have to have a balance. If you don't have that balance, then you're going to have what they call an imbalance, and then you're going to have a bunch of problems. So, you know, I understand a lot of people don't have a lot of money. Okay. I understand that. You can still build a decent PC, and this is going to be the kicker for you. You can still get a cheap motherboard and run like what the 8000 series APUs on a decent motherboard with decent RAM and decent SSD, and you can run an APU and get away with it and spend half the money. We know this. So even if it's at 1080p medium to low specs, you're not going to get great FPS, but you're going to still play the game. That's the whole point. You want to be able to play the game without it stuttering. Now, do remember that 8000 series APU, I think it's the 8700G, they pushed over to 10,000 megahertz just recently. That I'm going to check into because that sounds like it's sick. So, but I'm just saying, don't underestimate your hardware. Your hardware will do much more than you think. The whole idea of me putting that question out there to everybody, like I told you, I wanted to see who is going to step up and say, okay, I can do it. No, nobody stepped up, and they're just giving me ideas of what I need to do. Okay, I don't need to hear what I need to do. What I need to hear is, can you do it? It's not the matter if I can do it. Trust me, it's only going to take me at least probably 30 days to figure it all out and put it all together and basically do my own GPUs. It's only going to take me 30 days. I learned that fast. So, oh my God. Oh my God, you guys are just going off the rails. I see the chat. I'm seeing the chat right here. So you see my point, right? Does everybody got what the point is? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get out of all this that I got going up here. I'm going to turn all that off. So, okay. From what I've been seeing is a lot of information that people have been putting out there that's been incorrect about a lot of things when it comes to your PC building. It appalls me to see the amount of, how can I say this, propaganda. And everybody's saying to me, well then how come you haven't built your first PC? This is what people were telling me. And I'm looking at them and saying, have you looked at my live feeds? Have you watched any one of my videos? Have you even subscribed to the channel to get the latest updates? Of course you haven't. What, is it too hard to hit subscribe button? I mean, I put subscribe buttons all over the whole channel. I mean, you can go to every corner of the channel, you'll find a subscribe button. I mean, it's not difficult. I'm not complaining about it. It's just, I see all these people getting like 600,000, 700,000 subscribers. Makes me think, are they cheating? Are they actually cheating? By using the 13 and up button that they're not supposed to use for the ones that are supposed to be using the ones for the 18 and up. And they're getting that extra to get subscribers onto the channel. Which I think YouTube's already got that, everybody that's tried that, I think they got that marked off on you. So basically any video that you use with 13 and up, they're going to demonetize it. So all my videos are from age of 18 and up. Now, if somebody that's under the age of 18 watches my videos, that's okay. Because I know 99% of my videos are clean. 99%. So I know for a fact this is learning and entertainment for you. Learning and entertainment. Machine, you have a neural processing unit, an NPU. Well, if you got tensor cores on your 4070, yeah, you can use that for your neural processing unit. Tensor cores. Okay, it's not hard. So, and I got the 4070, so I know I can get AI neural processing unit. You know, does it make it special? No. It's like I said yesterday on Graphics Card Nightmares that nobody paid attention to, that NVIDIA said to, and I want to bring this up too, NVIDIA said they're going to start coming out with, they're starting to start working out to where the power supplies are going to have that permanent deal on with their new connector. You know, AMD's already said they're not going to do it, and Intel said they're not going to do it. They're not going to go up to that 12-volt high-power connector. NVIDIA is the only one that's going up to the 12-volt high-power connector. So, just to let you know that. And they're going to come out with they already got new power supplies with the 12-volt high-power connector. They ain't coming out with nothing new. I mean, where was it? The Corsair one I got. Was it the RM1000E PSU? That has the 12 volt high power connector on it. That, you know, it's modular, so you can take and unplug it and plug it in. But I didn't see no yellow circles around on my my PSU like they have on all the rest of them. I didn't see no yellow circle around the PSU. And that's not where the problem was. And that still got me baffled. Why they would think that, you know, they would have to put a yellow circle like somebody peed around it just to tell you to plug it into that slot when it's already got the name of it right there. How frickin' stupid is this? The whole problem is the top of the connector to the GPU. They still don't address that. They say, oh, we cut the pins shorter so it can't make a connection. Yeah, I'm going to see dumbasses. I'm going to see it 90% of the people with the connector still wiggling and can't get their GPU to connect. That's going to be funny as hell. You're going to hear a lot of that go on with that new connector when it comes out. So that's going to be for another story. So these Ryzen 8000G APUs have some NPUs. Yes, they do. I haven't heard of any other processors that can do that. And sure, yeah, NVIDIA RTX got tensor cores. Yeah, well, see, yeah. You have to look at it this way. APU is like a GPU, but half of a GPU, a quarter of a GPU. But it's still got some functionality with like a discrete graphics card has. It's still got some of that functionality. The only thing that it doesn't have functionality to is the where you can control with the software on an APU. You can't control the frequencies or the power. You have to control that all into your the BIOS of your motherboard. You'll see that. And that's the way the 5000 series was, and that's the way this is, from what I'm hearing. So I never open my laptop, so who knows how the RTX 4060 laptop GPU is connected. Well, you know what? They might have put a couple strings, you know, and then they tied a tin can around it, and, you know, and they had to where, you know, you had these sparks that are inside of a soup can, you know, could be. Or it could be that, and this is the one thing that they do with laptops, they used to back years ago, separate processor for the GPU and separate processor for the CPU. Now I think they pretty much do like what Apple does and try to build them in and incorporate them together. Or they don't do that because of the overheating process and they still keep them separate. Who knows? I don't work on laptops, so I can't really tell you. I work on desktop PCs. They are putting the power connector on the inside, the GPU facing the motherboard. NVIDIA is making the first easy bake computer. Yeah, I heard about that too. NVIDIA is going to be coming out with their own CPU processor, and they're going to have their own GPU processor. So they're going to have their own CPU and GPU. And they're going to try to keep ties like AMD does. But they don't realize that the market's already flooded with AMD and NVIDIA crap. So I don't know how they're going to get into the market. Really don't. You'll tell me in 20 years when you disassemble the notebook, MTBK? Okay. We'll wait. We'll see you in 20 years. So, you know. You guys got any questions for me? That's the reason why, you know, we're kind of off the rail now. So I've said what I had to say in the video, but is there any questions do you have? That's going to be the thing. That's what I'm waiting to see if you guys had any questions you wanted to ask or something like that. But I can tell you there's a lot of things cooking for the next 6 months between Intel, AMD, and NVIDIA. Well, you know, it's like if you take a train and somebody upsets the apple cart, then it goes off the rail. But if it stays on the rail, you're good. So, you know, it's like that. And what's it called? Also, too, I lost my train of thought on this, too. What do you call it? That operating system that they're doing. God, what's it called? Let me see. I'll find out really quick and tell you. Okay. That's it. Sorry. It just came to me. Linux. They're supposed to be doing something with the 8,000 GPUs. The updates for the 8,000 GPUs with Linux. I just want to remind you all about that too. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember the name. But it's Linux. They're going to be doing the updating with that. AMD is with the 8,000 GPU cards. So I just wanted to bring that really quick. Did you all find anything out with that Windows 11? Or no? It'd be interesting to find out because that's a light operating system. Yeah. If you got like an old computer or something, you know, one that'll accept Windows 11, have a gander at it. Don't put it on your actual system until you weed out and make sure that it's 100% safe. Do not put any operating system into your PC unless you're absolutely sure it's not bugged. So that's what you got to make sure. And I'm just going to give you that disclaimer so you know. Linus Torvald showed NVIDIA the middle finger, so AMD is not the worst company they worked with. The Windows 11 video, got to watch it after the live stream. Yeah, I've already watched it, and I can tell you I seen some things in there that gives a good advantage to Windows 11. But what kind of threw me off, there's going to be something that threw me off. But, you know, if you're going to want to get on Discord, we are on Discord as well. So if you all want to be on Discord, that would be cool. Let me know and I'll send you a link. That's not a problem as well. All right, guys, I really don't have anything myself, so that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and just end the video right here and, well, not end the video, end the live stream right here. And we'll pick it up and we'll talk about the new things that come out during the week for next week and see what's cooking then. So I'm glad y'all stuck around to have a party with us today, and it's been a great party. So y'all stay safe, and if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, welcome to the family. Welcome to JJ's PC Builds. And my veteran subscribers, as always, much love to you for all that you do, help and support the channel. But until the next time, and then, oh yeah, one thing before you all go. I decided, because I want to spend more time on the videos, the two videos, like the one on Sunday and the one on Friday, because Saturday is, you know, live stream. So I got two videos. I want to take Monday through Thursday, and I want to take that off. And this is official now. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm going to make those 3 days the days I post to YouTube. Now, if I decide to do a computer build, I'll pick Monday through Thursday. I'll pick one of those days to do the build on. But I want my main focus on graphics card nightmares on Friday, and the new thing I'm doing on Sunday as well. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? The reaction rewind on Sunday. So I'm going to keep my focus on those two for right now, and the live stream on Saturday. And like I said, when I get all the PC parts to build a PC, I will pick Monday through Thursday, and I will do a build, probably live build. We don't know yet, but we'll see what happens. So, but anyway, until the next time in the next video, you know who it is. And we'll see you on the next one.